Hey everybody, it's Modesta Mahigambaguni on Purpose and Excellence YouTube Live. I'm on the YouTube Live. And now I need to share, so bear with me. So you're thinking, why is she looking down? Well, because my laptop is kind of low. I can actually put it a little higher. That would be a great idea. Listen, if you're going to see anything crazy in my background, give me some grace, okay? Give me grace because it takes a lot to do these setups. I have two cameras running any one time. I see somebody's already on. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Masterplan Class YouTube Live. Do share this already with other people. I am about to do the same as we give time for other people to come in. So let me forward to Facebook. Bear with me as I do that. Join me live now. Join me live now. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That should be going. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to send it to a couple of other people. Where else? LinkedIn, Twitter would be nice. Yes, yes, yes. I'm excited. So, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Today I'm going to talk all things about the Masterplan class. I mean, I'd like to start with my outfit. What is she wearing? What is that? This is one of my ensembles. It's part of a large, amazing outfit. And I just have to be a little flashy in the colors. They're beautiful colors, aren't they? And while I'm talking about flashy and beautiful and colorful, I'd like to do a little birthday shout out to Halila, Mo, and Kels. Happy birthday. I saw online today that it's your birthday. And so I hope you're having a tremendous day. Probably already seen much of your day. Well, the rest of it. So happy birthday to you. Everybody, I want to answer all questions that you may have about the Masterplan class. What is the Masterplan class? How do I participate? What does it cost? Who is it really for? What if, there are times that I'm not available? What is the cost? How do I pay? Can I do, payment plans? Whatever questions you have. I put a couple of questions out yesterday on, my different social media platforms and my accounts. Just some sample questions you may want to ask me. If you have any others, I am here to take your questions live. I can see the chat bar on my right, and so whatever comes up, I am ready to answer it. For now, I'm taking this time. Maybe I should get some music on as we wait. For now, I'm taking this time to wait for a couple of people to tune in, to come in. But otherwise, because I did post those 10 questions yesterday, I might just start answering them, so posing the question and then answering them. And if you have anything else that you want to come with in between, perfect. I know this is a live video right now, but I will leave it on Purpose and Excellence YouTube channel. And so anybody else that comes in and is interested in this signature program that I have as a coach, they will be able to go through this content and it will be relevant then as it is to you today. So let me send this. I'm getting my phone. Jude, I can hear you. I need you to keep it down, please. Thank you. I am getting on my device to share this live video everywhere else. So if you can do the same, that would be perfect so that other people also, get to learn about this. And I'll tell you why I'm so excited about this program. It's not just because it's my program. Gosh. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's recording over and over. But it's really because it really does work. And I'll give you a bit of a background of me and why I do what I do, for you to understand why my heart really is invested in transforming people rather than making a quick buck, which I know is an investment, but still compared to others, I mean, it's not like, oh, what is she charging for this thing? And so, yeah. I'll come back with a little bit of that. I am posting on my other platform as people come in. I saw, some people coming in already. Welcome. This is the Masterplan Class Q&A live. I will address any questions you may have about the Masterplan class, and as well as those that I had indicated yesterday that I'll be addressing. Right now, I'm just sharing on my different platforms so that other people can tune in. So I'm going to say join me live, and then put the link. Live and the link. So there's LinkedIn. Because we actually do have quite a few people that follow LinkedIn. Just in case you didn't know. We're on LinkedIn as well. Purpose and Excellence on LinkedIn. So I've done Facebook. Let me do Instagram. Yep. Join me live. Join me live now. Join me live. Oh, I could say now. One more. Bear with me. Oh, I lied. Two more. Bear with me. What else do I have? Perfect. Do you guys hear my daughter humming in the background? She's worshiping. Join me live. Sit. I can still hear you, Jude. I can still hear you. Please keep it down. I'm on live recording. Everybody can see and hear me, and they can hear you too. So I put this out there. I am now going to get a little bit of music going. Why? Because this is my Don't Even Try Me music I put on. This is my I'm a Child of God. I'm the right person at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Yeah. So I wanted to share this with you. Put it a little low. So I've had people asking, what is the Masterplan class? And I want to start with before, because where did the Masterplan class get birthed from? I wonder if everybody can see me well. I hope this is well. Maybe I should move back a little bit more. Would that be better? If I move back a little bit, is this better? A little far. I'm also trying to be out there. Come on. My name is Modesta Mahigambuni. I am an executive coach. I am a human capital strategist. Yes, you think your title has changed. Yes, yes, yes. We evolve, people. We evolve. And today I want to talk to you about the Masterplan class. And I want to tell you where the Masterplan class comes from. This noise cannot be louder than my voice. So I am a lawyer. This is my training. But ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a lawyer. And then, so I went through university. I had a lot of challenges, but God has been faithful to me. I got over all of them. And I'm telling you, not on my own mind or my own emotions or my own will and my own ability. But, you know, when you mean something, ooh, I'm starting with this thing. When you mean it, when even if you don't know where to start, but you mean to want to develop yourself, you mean to want to get to the next place, you mean to want to invest in yourself and demand dividends from yourself, honestly, there is grace for it. You know, this is my line. There is grace for it. There truly is grace for anybody who wants more out of life, even if they don't know where on earth to start. So my background is legal. I am a lawyer. I'm grateful to God for the exposure I got. I went to really, really good schools all around the world. Then when I came back, I had university debt. And so I was thinking, whatever first job I'm getting, this first job has to be able to also pay my, my fees, because now, the creditors are calling and it is a foreign currency. And so I got a job that was able to pay the fees rather than becoming a legal intern. And that was in human resources. Not realizing then that God was ordering my steps. He was arranging, he was pivoting me and showing me which way to go before I even knew to ask him of how to get to where I want to go. And in human resources, that's when I saw that there is such a challenge to human resource development. So many people invest so much in education, but you get to the competitive world of work and you're told, I'm sorry, you're not competitive enough. And in my context, I am Tanzanian, cut from Tanzania. And my first job was in Tanzania. Well, actually, most of what I've done is in Tanzania. And it really got to me to chase people away, to tell them they don't have what it takes. But this is a university graduate. And so if they don't have what it takes, what on earth are the youth that are on the streets going to say? What is to become of them? And so I wasn't comfortable turning people away that had invested, them or their parents had invested in their education and their future, because they were not globally competitive. And so it really made me uncomfortable, because I made manager at 23. And I made manager for one of the top, at that time I think it was the top multinational in my country. And I wasn't okay sitting in my A-seat office, swiveling in my chair, and people are coming, I'm interviewing. No, I'm sorry, just you don't have what it takes. And so I wanted to do more, but I remember my CEO at the time, who was American, he said, Modesta, this is not an NGO, this is a for-profit organization. And so we're doing what we need to do, to make sure that the business runs well, but I am not here to invest anything extra, just to develop the country. My mandate to our shareholders is this business. Fair enough. As Tanzania, of course, could hurt me, like, oh my goodness, we could invest more in the people in the market so that they're more competitive in the world of work. But everybody has their agenda. And so what did Modesta do? Modesta resigned, and Modesta started, okay, not immediately, but a year or two later, started Professional Approach Grew. And that is human resource development. And, it's recruitment and training and small business capacity development and media edutainment. At some point, if any of you from Tanzania are watching this, and Temino on Clouds FM, that was mine. The link on Choice FM, that was mine. There's a point Temino had 10 million listeners every single Saturday. We were out to reach youth. We were out to build capacity, supplement the educational system to build the capacity of people while they're still, in school, even if it was university, so that when they do come to the world of work, they are already competitive. Guidance, which I got at school, career advice, which I got at school, internships, and not just practical, but really people investing, mentors and coaches investing in you to be able to know yourself, self-awareness. Who am I? What are my strengths? Doing a personal SWOT, your strengths, your weaknesses, or areas of development, or areas that maybe you should steer away from, because you can partner with somebody else that has strengths in those areas. What about you that you can leverage, or about your environment can you leverage as opportunities given your competencies? And what areas should you just keep away from, because that really is not your thing? All of this I got at school. Yeah, turn up my music a little bit more. All of this I got at school, and a lot of people didn't have this. And a lot of people, my heart is to build 100 million African leaders. A lot of us, our educational systems do not build us up for this. And so it has gotten to me I'm 38, for as long as I've had a mind that anybody that is the underdog, that is a minority, that is disenfranchised or underrepresented, I've always wanted to help. I mean, my mother and my siblings will tell you, oh, Modesta is always, in Swahili we say, ananua kesi za watu. Like something doesn't even concern me. My friends from as little as kindergarten will tell you, I will get into a fight to separate people, and I would always side with a person that was looked down upon. Sometimes I got beaten up proper for getting in between, but I've always wanted, I've always had this thing of, it's not fair, it's not right, and when I reflect on my life, even with the challenges that, I touch on now and then, I mentioned that I have challenges. I am blessed. I have been blessed. I mean, all of these things, they didn't happen, after I got born again and I knew the Lord. Just, I've lived such a blessed, privileged life. And so when you think about it, who am I? Like, did I bribe God to get the opportunities I got? Even with the challenges, I still have those opportunities. I still got exposure. I still got to understand myself, who I am and what impassions me, what skill sets, what competencies, what knowledge I have, and how to package it, how to communicate, so that when I do show up in the marketplace, I am competitive and I can clinch opportunities. I remember when I was 14, I went to Lowe's Scanner. Do you guys know Scanner, the marketing agency? And so I went to them, and I remember I wasn't even appropriately dressed. I didn't know about business, etiquette and how to dress up. So I went there in my overalls and my top, and I had boots on, but I asked for a job, and we had a great interview with the manager, the managing director, I guess, or the partner at the time. And when we concluded our conversation, he said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 14." He said, "Do you want me to be taken to prison? You're a minor. You cannot work here." And I didn't know. I actually did not know that I couldn't work at 14. But I was so eloquent, and I'm not saying this to show off. I'm just saying my passion comes from the fact that how could I be so privileged to get the opportunities at the point where, as a 14-year-old, somebody wanted to actually engage me, in a advertising account associate position at the age of 14. And so, what can we do? And then I bring it back to me, Modesta, what can you do to represent people? What can you do to equip others so that they too, not because you're in their lives, which is why I don't just do this one-on-ones or the master plan class necessarily. I have books, I've done talks, all kinds of things. What can you do, Modesta? How can you reach other people to equip them for the labor market, to equip them for business, to equip them to succeed in their lives? This has always been in me because I have been too privileged and too blessed by God to just sit there. Yep, I'm grateful. My life, everything's going to go well. You can. As a matter of fact, no African can be content. In my estimation, you can put your comments, can be content to just say, "Hey, look, man, God bless me. I'm grateful. I'm going to just do me and mine." There is an onus, there is a responsibility on each one of us where you get an opportunity. You, as you rise up, you pull the next person up. You pull as many people up as you can. And so when I talk about the master plan class, and I'm about to do a Q&A, this is where I come from. I come from somebody who just, God, I don't know how he moved things, because my mother didn't have all of that. Truly, we're 5, and I don't know how God did it. And I know my father also contributed, and I'm so grateful to him for his contributions. But he wasn't like, "Oh, Rosie," and I'm just flowing. But all these doors opened for me to get all this exposure globally. Surely that was a seed God was sowing into my life so that I, in turn, the harvest that comes from me, I can get seeds to sow into other people's lives. And this is the spirit, this is the foundation of which the Master Plan class comes. And so, what is the Master Plan class? It is an 8-week transformational coaching program. It is 100% online. The way it runs is that, you are interested, let's say, in personal development. Maybe it's a character issue, maybe it's a time management, maybe it's boundaries, saying yes and no, just knowing when to do that. Maybe it's your spending, just maybe not being able to balance between investing in, whatever you do in the market, in your career, in your business, and your family. Or maybe you've got some goals that you're working towards in your life, and they're purpose-driven goals. I want to be at a certain place and do certain things by a certain time. And you're thinking, I want, somebody to run by me, to sound things off of them, somebody to come by me, to be able to advise me if I'm on the right track, and maybe to be able to whip me, because I've got that going as well. A lot of people that have worked with me, you can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook on Purpose and Excellence, and you will see people talking about how I've worked with them as a coach or as a mentor, over the past few years. I truly want you to succeed. And so there are times I'm like, look, get it together. I cannot want your success more than you. Yeah, I do get like that. But ultimately, when all is said and done, people say, "I am so grateful that you came along." And it's not like I tell them anything. You will repeatedly hear people say, "I came out. Then I found my voice. Then I found my power. Then I was able to. Or I didn't realize I was. Or I knew, but it was a childhood dream that I subdued. But now that I came out." And so this is what I come and do, whether it's personal development, whether it's a career goal you're working towards, whether it's promotion, or you want to do better at what you're doing. Some people, just as they start out in a job, will say, "I want to position for this. This is an opportunity for me. I don't just want to do what's written on the job description, Modesta. I want to position right, for this." Because every opportunity, and I'll tell you something else, I'm giving out all these free nuggets today. Every opportunity is a platform. It is a platform for you to show your potential, not just for what you're doing right now, but for what you could do next. People don't open up extra. You don't go to the next level just because you're really good at here. Or you don't go to the next level because you have served a long time and it's time right now. You go to the next level because you can already show potential. You can already show the knowledge, the skills, the attitude of a person of the next level. And so if you're ready to climb to the next level, I walk alongside you through the master plan class to do that. 8-week completely online. There's a link. So like right now you're watching me on this YouTube live. By the way, have you shared? Have you subscribed on Purpose and Lexus? Because I keep coming up with these live things a whole lot. I share and I do a series, etc. I'm building 100 million African leaders. So share with your network. So what we do is you go through from discovering your purpose. Who am I? Why did God create me? What am I doing here? What am I here to do exactly? One of the things that I say is knowing my purpose on earth, I am not leaving a day sooner than when I've accomplished absolutely everything I'm meant to do on this planet. And some people say, Melissa, I don't even know what that is. I mean, it's exciting. You're saying that, but what is that? I don't even know what I'm called to do. I don't even know what I'm here on earth to do. And so I help you discover your purpose. All of this comes out of you. I don't tell you your purpose. I do not dare. Because your entire life will give you clues as to who you are and what you've been called to. Your entire life. Your interests, the things that you're so impassioned by, the things that get you so mad, the things that you say, God, help me make that money, because you know what? For these people, whether it's your family, hopefully it's not just your family, or it's your country, or it's your, it's a gender, or it's whatever it is that you've looked at these people and you're looking at this target and you're saying, I want to make a difference. I want to be the difference for them. I help you bring that out and articulate it. I love the planning exercise. So you're discovering your purpose and you're setting your values. Before you get to plan, the master plan, that's what it's called, the master plan class. Before you get to create your master plan, you start with discovering your purpose, with setting your values so that you know your boundaries, so that you know what should be a priority in your life. You've got 24 hours, you're one person. You cannot waste those 24 hours. You need to be as effective as you can. And you need to do something that is authentic, something that is real, something that impassions you. Like, look at me. I am so excited. I could go on for hours, but then I will. Because this is me. This has been in me. This is what God created me to do. And isn't it amazing that you can wake up every day and you're doing exactly what God created you to do? And this is what we do in the Master Plan class. And so we meet. I send you this link. When you've signed up, I send you this link every single week. You will log on that same link. You can just listen to the Master Plan class on the phone if you're not available to be watching anything. Or you can come up and you see me live like this. And you will see, if I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation live, week 6, other people get to also present. You get to see that live. So, other participants can also, show up, because it's a group coaching experience. And then after discovering purpose and setting your values is creating your vision, clarifying your vision, and embarking on your mission. So now that I know God created me to do this, now that I rediscover who I really am and what it is that I want to do, well, what will this world look like? What would it look like for the people that I want to reach out to when I have done that thing, which I want to be out to do? And so you start clarifying your vision. And you say, okay, so that is what it looks like. It's like a postcard. Ooh, that's the destination. That's what it looked like when I get there. Then you backtrack and you say, so how do I want to get there? Like, you can get to any place, well, hopefully, by boat, by road, by bike, by, motorbike, by car, by train, by plane. And so you get to choose your mission. What is it that I can do? What is it that interests me? What is it that I can actually sustain and continue doing? Because sometimes we like discipline because we're doing things that are just not us. We're doing that because we heard it's a trend in the market, but we're not really invested. And so we work through what really moves me that I would want to do to reach that destination, to reach that end, to say, look, I was here on earth, and God, this is what I've done with my time here on earth. And then after that, you get to look at your goals. And so if this is where I want to go, and this is how I want to get there, I need to set some goals. We're doing GPS right now, right? So people can put on a GPS and it tells you where you're going. If you don't have a car and you're not doing it, if you've ever gotten on an Uber or a Lyft, you will see that, they have this GPS telling them where to go. You plug in a destination where they're taking you. And so your goals is also saying, when I see certain markers, I know I'm headed in the right direction. I need to get specific about what it is that I want to do, how I want to do it, with whom, using what resources, in what time, and to what extent, so that I can get there. I often use, weight loss as an example. If I want to lose weight, if I want to gain weight, then how much I want to gain? How do I want to do it? Do I want to eat a lot? Do I want to take shakes? Do I want to pump iron? If I want to lose it, what am I doing? Am I working out? Am I starving myself? Like what says now? Well, not really. Am I starving myself? Am I doing, a keto diet? Am I, counting calories? What is it that I am doing? You will then be very specific about what it is you want to do to get to the thing that you want to get to. And this is you setting your goals and the strategies that you need, the hows of your goals. And so if I want to do something by December 2019, the year that we're in right now, for those who watch this YouTube video later, well then, okay, so if I want to do it by 2019, backtracking, so what do I do now, and how much of it do I cover in this month, and what do I do in the next month, and what's the thing that follows after that? And so you have your goal by December 2019, and then your strategies show you how to get there, and your actions. So this week 4 is the week when we create our master plan, where you can see your entire, and it's 12 months, your entire 12-month plan all stretched out before you. And it goes from monthly, weekly, and you can even go down to a daily plan. And when you are a person who say, look, I'm focused, okay? I'm focusing on my vision. I've got my values, so I've got my boundaries. I am going to invest my 24 hours in a way that get me to where I want to go, that reinforce my journey, that help me achieve my goals and my mission and my vision. And ultimately, one day, I'm going to have fulfilled my purpose on earth. So if you are a purpose-driven person, you want to be a leader that drives market results with excellence, the Masterplan Class is an 8-week program to jumpstart you. If you have been thinking, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, I have tried so much on my own, I like discipline, I'm too crowded, there's family, there's a demand on my finances, demand on my time, I have to, maintain relationships, or, you're thinking, I have been at the same level for a very long time, whether it's your business that's stagnating, or you are at work, or you're saying, every time I find that this aspect about me, whether it is this aspect being, I don't have boundaries, or I use money funny. Hey, somebody just showed up. Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Munson. Welcome, Brandon. Good to see you on Purpose and Excellence. I am speaking today. This is a live Q&A on the Masterplan Class. And so please do stay tuned and post your questions, and I'll answer them as we go. And so, whatever it is that you mean to do, and you feel like I've been stuck, I'm stagnating, there is more to me than I am experiencing right now. There has to be more to life. There has to be more to me. I mean, truly, I get up and I do the same old thing year in, year out. I'm telling you, I've been there, where you feel, yay, 1st of January, God, this has got to be the year. This has got to be the year. And then 31st of December comes, you're like, I do not know what happened this year. And you may even look at everything around you and find really valid excuses, extremely valid excuses why this year things could not happen. And so you have the hope that the next year is a new year, resolutions. Hey, the next year it'll get better, and the next year comes and it doesn't get any better. The Masterplan Class is here not just to help you discover your purpose and clarify your vision, your mission, your goals, your strategies and actions, but it's here to also show you how to get it started. So one of the people in the videos that I have said, spoke about the 12 secrets to success. What's the Masterplan Class? Get to you in a minute. What are the 12 secrets to success? That you need to know your why, that you need to remember your defeatist patterns, those patterns of things that you say and do that sabotage your progress. You need, to put a system to what you do. You are one person without much time and energy. So when you put things in a system, then you're able to sustain them much longer. And so the master plan class, to answer your question, Brandon, the master plan class is an 8-week online group coaching program. It's a transformational experience where you come together with other people, like-minded, like-valued people that know that there is more to them than what they're experiencing at the moment and are ready to invest in themselves and demand dividends. Why do I say and demand dividends? Because sometimes people are willing to invest. They're like, here, Modesta, here's your $500. That's the fee for the master plan class for the 8-week program, which you have 8, 2-hour live sessions and 3, 2-hour one-on-ones just with me, apart from the group coaching. Plus, you get a book. You get my Start Now with Purpose and the Master Plan book, which is like a journal. You're reflecting, you're answering questions, you're planning out your entire life. But I give you a 12-month solid, tight plan to start it off. 8 weeks with me, but a 12-month plan to start you off on the journey of your lifetime. Why do I say it's of a lifetime? Because when you work on your purpose, your vision, your mission, your values, they are what you will stand for the rest of your life. But in starting out your journey to get to the things that will mark the legacy of your life, you will start with these 12 months. And what we do in these 8 weeks together is write down and clarify. And as we're listening, as we're going through the programs, discovering my purpose, setting my values, clarifying my vision, embarking on my mission, defining my goals and securing strategies and actions. And, so what does it look like then? We have one of the elements is, okay, after the reflection and the planning, how do I know that those that I want to impact, that the sphere that I want to influence would, I like you, I think I'm going to subscribe. Oh, wow, thank you very much. I'm very grateful, Brandon. And so one of the things that you do after reflecting on who you are and what it is you want to do in life in general, and this is about your career, your business, but you need to start with you. There's no way you can talk about how you're going to perform in the marketplace when you're not really clear about who you are and where you want to go. Why? Because I, as an employer, and I've employed countless people, countless. Now I exaggerate. How can it be countless? Okay, I've employed by now 40 people on and off, including associates, etc. I don't work with people that don't know where they're going in life. It is very dangerous to be with somebody that is there, not just because they're there for their pocket, but they're not really realizing who they are and where they want to go. And so if they have nothing intrinsically pushing them forward in their lives, they're not going to push my agenda either. And I don't want somebody to be there to be my little minion pushing my interests. I want people that also have their own personal agenda and personal journey. And they're saying, this is where I want to go in my career. And then I will, this is the impact that I want to have. This is the legacy I want to leave. This is what I want my business to do. This is how far I want to reach. I want to impact Africa in this way, in this sector, to this extent. I want to work with people like that because they're so hungry. They're so driven in pursuing theirs. They will push mine. And I invest myself in benefiting them as much as, actually sometimes even more than they're invested in pushing my agenda. But that's one of the things we'll talk about as well, balance. And so going back to this, we're going to test assumptions. You've reflected on who you are and what you want out of life. And then you've clarified some of the things that you want to do. You've set your goals, whether they're, and I ask you to choose a track, whether it is personal development. For the Masterplan class, I need you to stick to personal development. If it's going to be about career, I need you to stick to your career. If it's going to be about business, I need to stick to you. I need you to stick on business because we're going to go in depth into defining, into clarifying, into setting goals and measures for this. So you cannot have everything in your life that you bring into the Masterplan class. And then now you go to the market. You look at your personal branding. Who have you been all along? Is who you are and how you're perceived externally. Is it congruent with what you now want to do? So you might be interested in an area. People are like, I've never seen you as a person in that area. I've never thought that this is something that would particularly move you. And so you want to do that? And the market pushes back at you. Do not fret. If you're going to do this reflection, look at yourself. You're like, my personal branding does not, I do not give people the image or the impression, and that is what personal branding is. I don't give them the image or the impression that I am for this. You can reinvent yourself. I'm just reading here that I'm quite a shy person. As you have any advice for introverts to become successful, employable? I'll get to that as well. And so let's say you're an introvert. By the way, you can be an introvert. You work with who you are. You need to be true to yourself. And I know that there's some people who will say, look, I have challenges, in presenting myself. I get nervous. It's a little, I'm a little anxious. Do you know what helps being nervous? What helps with expressing yourself? Practice. So first of all, I know who I am. I know why I want to communicate in any context where you communicate. And you're talking about being an introvert because you're talking about communication, Brandon. In any way you're communicating, you need to know why you want to communicate. You need to know the audience you're communicating to, and you need to know what it is you want them to do. And so when you are clear about who you are and why you're participating in this exchange where you get to communicate, whether it is a team meeting, whether it is an interview, or whether you're presenting, and then you put that down, objective, audience, call to action. What is it that you want them to do with what you have said? Then you can script out what it is you want to say and make sure in your exchange, even if you have notes next to you, you make sure in your exchange you can always get what it is you came to do heard and acted upon. And so these are some of the things that we can go into depth with in on the Masterplan class. I have something else. In life, you have choices, some healthy, some not. Sometimes it's tricky to choose what you ought. So if you're wondering what makes you ill, it's easy to know because everything will. Ooh, interesting. Is that a gesture? I'm not quite sure what that is. Very, very interesting. So reflected on who I am, trying to discover my purpose, my vision. Now that I got my vision clarified and my values, what it is I stand for, what I do not stand for, what it is I spend my time doing, sorry, I will not spend my time doing. I will either completely clear off my agenda or condense or combine some things because time is precious. And every time I spend, I need to spend it invested in the things that will lead me to reach my goals and my vision and ultimately fulfill my purpose. Who am I speaking to? Purpose-driven African leaders who want to drive results with excellence. People who say, I really do not want to go down in history. I really do not want to be asked by the next generation, what did you do to make a difference on the continent? And you just said, look, man, the challenges were great. Ask anybody, history will tell you, Africa is not as easy as you think. No, I don't want to be like, oh, the politicians or somebody needs to do something about this. I want to say, listen, God, in the breath that you gave me in the time that I was on earth, this is what I did in my era with my skill sets, with how you built me up. This is what I did to move things along. This is what I did to impact and to make the way for other people. And this is why I'm equipping 100 million African leaders to drive market results with excellence. Whether you need to develop personally, whether you need to develop in your career, or you need to develop in your business, any one of those three areas, I work with you to discover who you are and to position yourself right in the marketplace. You've reflected, you've planned, you're now testing assumptions. What is my personal brand like? How do I communicate with impact? You want to see how to put the best foot forward, so to speak, when you are in the marketplace so that the market can receive you. Let me tell you this. Sometimes people give up on their visions, whether it is in business, and listen, I've been in business, I'm a serial entrepreneur. People will tell you, start a bunch of businesses, go all out. I'm just one of those people. I'm not risk averse. I am ready. Bring it on. I believe in who I am and where I'm going. And I'll do something sometimes fall flat on my face. I'm like, all right, so what's the lesson here? What's the lesson? I've learned the lesson and I move on. So I'm one of those people who takes life like, bring it on. I want you to ask, if somebody is asking something, I want you to then look at what is the feedback I'm getting from the market? What are people saying? Do not veer away from your vision because you got constructive feedback. Do not veer away from your vision because people are not receiving you well. Improve your communication. Improve. One of the secrets of success in the Masterplan class is protect your heart with faith. You need to believe. Another one is, get up, get back up when you fall. You need to believe in who you are, why you exist, what it is you want to do for whom, and what it would look like for them, so that your why is so big. The impact you have, the legacy you will leave, the people whose challenges you would have been a solution to, that has to be so strong in you that even if initially things don't look right and you're not getting the reception you want, you can tweak things. You don't give up. You go back to the drawing board and reevaluate how to do things. You go back to the drawing board and you restructure things, and then you come back again. And so if you are, purpose-driven person, if you think there is more to life than this, I'm living the same old thing over and over. It may be a nightmare, even not necessarily have to be a nightmare, but you're just thinking, is this it? It's the same old thing. Okay, I'm grateful. I'm comfortable. But surely there is more. And I'm telling you, there is more. I mean, there are God-sized things that we can pursue that people are like, oh my world. We can literally transform the continent. One person can transform that continent. If you're a person that is purpose-driven, if you're a person that wants to drive results with excellence, if you're a person who wants their lives to matter, if you're a person that is tired of being broke, I'm not saying I'm giving you money, but when you are planned and when you are effective and when you are efficient in things you do, when you are targeted in your communication and the market that you're reaching out to, when you know the profile of your target very well so that you speak their language, and when people hear you, they're like, where have you been all my life? It is you we've been waiting for. If you are interested in doing that, so that by being relevant, by being effective, by really touching on people's pain, you will see success. You will have significance, but you must start with clarity and integrity and boundaries. You must really know who you are and where you want to go and what you want to do. And then do it, and do it consistently. Do it with excellence. Do it within systems so that you don't compromise, because you're a person. One day you're out, the next day you're sick, or I'm not calling sickness on anyone, or whatever it is that you have other responsibilities. Create a system so that whoever wants to access you can access you. I have this YouTube channel. By the way, please subscribe to Purpose and Excellence on YouTube. If you're interested in the Masterplan class, go to purposeandexcellence.africa/masterplan. purposeandexcellence.africa/masterplan. And you can find out all about the program. And if you're ready to register, go ahead and register. And so if I'm speaking to you, if you're a person who says, I'm not going to waste another day, another relationship, another shilling, dollar, naira, or whatever your currency is, rand, I'm not going to waste another unit of my currency on things that are not edifying me, that are not leading me towards where I need to go, that are not building me up so that I can be a solution to those that surround me, that are not building me up so that I can grow in my career and influence, so that I can also pull others that come up behind me, so that my business can have impact. Not everybody has to, run a social enterprise, but when you do it right, when you're purpose driven, when you want to drive results with excellence, excellence will require you to reach out to others. Excellence will require you to partner not just with people that in your field, they will require you to partner with all the other stakeholders of your business. There isn't a single African, should they wish to be purpose-driven and drive market results with excellence, that is not going to lift minimum 10 others. But listen, I'm not a touching 10 people type of person. I am a touching millions type of person. If I could have a 2-hour show, and granted it wasn't me, I had speakers, hosts on the show, but I own the show. If I can have 10 million listeners listening in to content for just 2 hours every Saturday, I know you can get hundreds of millions. My target here is reaching 100 million African leaders. And so, purposeandexcellence.africa/masterplan. Go to our site, look at the Masterplan class. There is a brochure there. You can download the brochure. 8-week online group transformational coaching. That by the time you're done, you have a 12-month master plan that is starting you out to the rest of your life. You want to know why you're here. You have a vision or you have a desire. Sometimes you're like, who am I to have this desire? I mean, what have I done so far in life to justify like somebody like me can do something like this? You are a somebody. And you're not just a somebody, you are phenomenal. And I'm not saying that just because it's a motivational thing to do, because I'm not just a motivational speaker. I'm not saying that because I want your money, because thank you for the $500 investment, but this is worth far, far more. And I have invested far more. I have actually invested millions in US dollars to equip people before. And so I'm not in this for the money, but I know when one person is ignited, and I'm telling you, go to Instagram and look at some of those videos, or look through YouTube, or go to the, Purpose and Excellence Facebook page. You will see the reviews. They're phenomenal people that I have worked with, whether it is through the Masterplan class or before. The people I'm working with now, I also do executive coaching in case you're not interested in the group setting and you want to do one-on-ones. They are people I have worked with that say, what this has done to jumpstart me in life is far greater than the investment. What this has done to my peace of mind, to my progress, to my being organized, to my really knowing my priorities in life, to my really knowing who are my people, who is my tribe, is something that I wouldn't have been able to figure out on my own. Because if you would have been able to figure it out on your own, you wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't be watching this, you wouldn't subscribe, you wouldn't be interested. And I'm not saying this to say, I am the be all and I end all, stick around me and your life will be great. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that one of the things that I am, I am anointed for. Let me just put it out there. God has anointed me for this. This is my purpose, to equip African leaders so that they can stand in strategic positions of leadership and influence. And collectively, we can take Africa to where I know it is meant to be as a leading economic region in the world. But where do I start? I start with the individual. And I start with leaders. Because you stand as a leader, your sphere of influence will be able to stand. And there is no telling where this seed sown into one person who's reaching out to many other people will yield in the marketplace. And this is my passion. This is my purpose. This is my life. This is my pursuit daily. I've got Esther here. I recommend the Masterplan Class by Modesta. I gain more clarity on the journey to pursuing excellence. Mwah. Thank you so much for sharing that. I am grateful that somebody that's been in the class, actually, this is what I should have done. I should have asked other people that have gone through the class to get in on the live, so they can let other people know. But listen, all's not lost. If you want to hear from other people, one of the questions that I put out there that you can do is go check out on the reviews. Go to Facebook, look at Purpose and Excellence. Go to Purpose and Excellence page. Please do join us. Do follow. Do like. And then look at the reviews. And you can go to everybody that says they've done the Masterplan class. DM them separately and say, so what was your experience like really? We've heard Modesta, she sounds like a business person. She would say what she says. What was it like really? Go to Instagram. Go to Purpose and Excellence on Instagram. Look at the people that, have done their videos there. Reach out to them. Many of them, I've tagged them. Go to them and DM them and ask them, so what was the experience like for you? What has it done for you? What are some of the other questions? I want to look at some of the questions that I posted yesterday, because we have a couple of minutes left. I want to look at the questions that I said I would address today so that I can do that. Where am I? So on the Masterplan YouTube Live, what is the Masterplan class? 8-week online transformational program for purpose-driven African leaders that want to drive market results with excellence. If you want to grow personal development, career, or business, this is it. I am positioning as the premier, as the leading online executive coach in Africa. And this platform, I'm positioning it as the go-to resource for Africans and people of African descent all over the world. So what is the Masterclass? I've just told you. Who is it for? I just mentioned. How is it structured? Like I said, you have these 8-week live, you have this link that you go to, live coaching with me and other people. You get to hear their voices. You get to see whatever, if they're writing something or they're speaking. And on week 6, you actually get to see them live as they present. Should they want to come on camera? And we also have 3 one-on-ones with me. So before we start the group, we have a one-on-one session, a 2-hour one-on-one session. You have another one in week 4 with me, and you have another one in week 8. And what if I don't make it? One of the questions is like, what if I can't make every single week, Modesta? I record every single week live. And so let's say you're late or you're in a loud place or for whatever reason you cannot make it. As soon as the session is done, I, I download, I get the link, download, upload, and get the link and send it to, everybody in the class, even those that were there, so that you can review. So whether you're just going to go back and recap on what you heard or you weren't there at all that session, you get to go through that. And so, I mean, honestly, you cannot miss a thing. Nothing falls through the cracks unless you want to let it. The entire class has a book. I have an entire book I've written. You can get it on Amazon. It's called Start Now with Purpose and a Master Plan. And so I give you a PDF of that book for free. And you go through the chapters that are aligned with the work that we do on the Masterplan Class. You do your reflection. You can, write in or you can type in some of your responses, and you keep these. I don't need to see them. Some of the reflections that you do, I don't need to go through them and see them, but you can keep them and go through your thought process and take time, step away, come back again and revise and clarify and redefine whatever it is you need to do so that you're very clear about who you are, what you're doing on earth, what you're spending your time doing, what are some of the goals that you're working towards. And so what kind of adjustments you need to make in your life, in your spending, in your relationships, in your lifestyle, in your health, for you to be able to get there. When does the master plan take place? So I really go by, we're in season 5 now. We're about to start season 5. So Brandon, if you're joining us, this is going to be season 5. We start as soon as I have enough people to start the next class. There's a time I had 3 classes running in parallel. Whew, that took a lot of me. I would start, I'm like, which one is this one? What are we on now? And so now the most I do is 2 classes running in parallel. I am on week 6 of the 4th season, and they're going to finish in 2 weeks. And so next week, actually 1st of June is when I said I would start, but I will start next week with the next master plan class. And as soon as I have enough people, and to me 7 people minimum, would be a good number, because I want a healthy discussion. Because guess what? The learning is not just from me. I am not talking at you. We're discussing challenges, and somebody else will give wisdom from what they've experienced in their life. And maybe what you're asking is something that they have already gone through, or maybe somebody's asking something that you have already overcome. And so we get to share together. We have the online, sessions. We have a Purposeful Excellence Facebook community, and you're in there for the rest of your life. You can share some of the challenges. You can share some of your projects. You can, bounce things off of people, because you're in a safe community of like-minded, like-valued people that really want to go get it out there in life. What do I really get out of the Masterplan Class? So I shared, with you. You get clarity. I cannot explain. When like, I know I am here. I know what I'm here to do. I know who I'm called to and what things that that I'm here to accomplish. And I already have a plan. So apart from the clarity, knowing your purpose, being clear about your vision, you get to work on a plan. So what is my mission? So what is my how to get to my vision? And what are some goals that I want to set for the next 12 months? The short-term goals that'll jumpstart me to, to pursuing my mission, to fulfilling my vision, ultimately purpose. There is nothing like waking up every single morning knowing that I am going to spend this day on exactly what I should spend this day on. And so if it is business, you know exactly what you're going to do for the results that you want to get, the return of investment you want to get. If it's your career, you know exactly how you're going to conduct yourself, who you're going to speak to, what you're going to do, how you're going to network, how you're going to build yourself and others so that you can get to where you want to go. If it's personal development, you know exactly why you need to crucify your flesh. This is one of the success strategies of the plan, under the master plan. Crucify your flesh so that you can overcome some of the challenges, the hurdles, the defeatist patterns that you've had. You know why you're going through the temporary pain, because that gain you're going to have later, and not just for you, because purpose is never about self. It's about reaching out to other people, making a difference. You know that it is worth it. Waking up every single day, being clear about who you are and where you're going and why, and what it'll look like when you get there, and the legacy you will leave, and the impact you will have, and the influence that you can exert. And then also, what else you get? A plan. clarity, and a plan that you can work on. We do it up to the week, but you can take it out to a day. You wake up every single day and you're following the scripted plan you have created yourself. I don't create it for you. I just help you as you're thinking through it. You have a plan for the next 12 months of your life. Have you ever had a 12-month plan and stuck to it? Like a very detailed plan and stuck to it. It makes all the difference. Very successful people have 24 hours. Very successful people have spouses and family members and extended family members. Yes, my African brothers and sisters, they have extended family members too. But how do they manage their lives? How do they manage their emotions? How do they manage their pockets? How do they manage, relationships? How do they manage their skill sets? How do they manage their anger or their passion, or how do they manage the stress? How do they manage the conflicting interests and opportunities? How do they manage all of that? They choose their values. They are moved by a vision. They set strict, smart goals, and they spend every single day not looking to the left or to the right, every single day in pursuit of that. Come rain or shine, whether people are saying yes or not, whether it seems like there's anything happening or not. I always tell myself it's happening at the roots, but it's happening at the roots. You're not seeing it, but it's happening at the roots. The roots are going deep. The roots are going deep. And one day you will sprout out something so huge, something so big that'll give shade to all these other people. And they will say, but Esther, thank you that you didn't give up. Thank you for keep going. Thank you that you believed in us and in the vision of Africa and in the vision of African leaders, purpose-driven leaders that want to drive market results with excellence, that you kept on going even when you did not see. This is what you get: clarity, a plan. You get a community of people that are like-minded, like-hearted, that are life-driven. Listen, I'm all for doing well as you do good. Yes, I'm also for building wealth. I'm also for looking good, smelling good, living right. All of that. You don't have to compromise that. But what values do you stand for? How do you approach it? How will you keep going? How can you be consistent? And how can you build in a system so that you don't get exhausted? So the last week 8 of the Masterplan class talks about how do you leverage your support system? How do you manage your energy? How do you, prioritize your values so that even if you do want to help out people, for instance, if you feel tired, then you need to rest so that you can come back and serve again. And when you say to people, look, I can't do it right now, but I'm invested. I really want to stand with you. That you actually do keep your word and you come back and you do what you say you will do. Or if you cannot do something, just today, I passed up on an opportunity, but I said, even if I am not taking this opportunity, can I recommend somebody else who would? And they were open to that. And I recommended somebody that I know I can trust, to take on that assignment. And I get an opportunity because I've invested that social capital, that goodwill. They asked me if I could take on that consultancy. I said no. I didn't just say, okay, then I'm just going to keep quiet, because if not me, what if I expose them to somebody else and they like somebody else and I will lose the opportunity? Purpose-driven leaders don't think like that. People of values don't think like that. We don't just invest money to get money. Sometimes we invest our emotions, our will, we invest our relationships. We invest social capital as well. It may not give you the monetary returns there and then, but you will certainly be remembered. Not every door that you go through will be opened by your money, by your mind, by your competencies, by your skills, by your attitude. Some of them will be opened by relationships. Some of them will be opened by goodwill. Not everything will come by interview. Some things will come by you having stood in your place for somebody else. By you saying, I'm going to have my name attached to this person. By you saying, I'm going to pass this up, but I would recommend. Oh, I could go on, and time is not with us. So how can I be sure that the Masterplan class actually works? You can check out the videos of the other people where I've tagged them. Go look them up, ask them, and be honest. You can look at the Facebook, go to Purpose and Lexus on Facebook, go to that page, look at the reviews, get to them on DM, ask them. And then who can I ask about the experience? I guess that addresses the same thing. Go to these people. Now the question, how much is a Masterplan class? It's $500, $500 US. Can I pay in installments? But that's, yes, you can. And go to www.purposeandexcellence.africa/masterplan class. If you truly are interested and you truly are invested, go there, register. You can pay in full, perfect. Purposeandexcellence.africa/masterplan class. Register. I will get the details. You paid, you can pay online, and we're done. If you think, okay, Vanessa, I'm really interested, but whew, okay, you're saying, what? $500. Can I do a payment plan? Email me, info@purposeandexcellence.africa. Email me and let's have a conversation about what it is that you can do. You will pay to start off. That is your commitment that I really am serious. So I'll ask you to pay something and you will finish paying before the session is done. And so, please do reach out to me. Understand there are people who really want to do the program, but are thinking, can we kind of stagger this? I would be flexible. But if you say, oh, it sounds like a dream, but Vanessa, I really can't, then listen, all of these things, they're free. I have, you can go to purposeandlifestyle.africa, their blog posts, their assessments. You can hear on YouTube. Please do subscribe and share Purpose and Lessons channel on YouTube. There are a lot of videos that I posted here that you can use to build yourself up. I have books on Amazon, and so if you just search for me as an author, Modesta Mahiga Buluni, you will see the books I've written there. You can buy them, whether it's ebooks or you can get printed versions. You can do all of this. And so feel absolutely free if you're thinking, I would love this, but I can't do this, or maybe I might be able to do this later, Modesta. So I'll email you or subscribe to purposeandlessons.africa so that, when I have the next class, I can announce it and you can prepare for the next time. I've had a lot of people say, I can't join this season. Can I do the next? And they actually have joined another season. It's fine. Prepare yourself. When you're ready, come back to me. It is my heart. It is my passion. It is my calling. It is the very purpose for which I am created, to serve you. And the master plan class is one way. If you're thinking, Vanessa, I'm an executive, my times are crazy, and I really just want to zero in on something I'm doing privately, then I also give executive coaching. So you can go to purposeandexcellence.africa and you can look at the executive coaching, page, and do contact me for complimentary consultation, no cost to you at all, up to an hour, discussing your needs and looking at how I can serve you to reach whatever targets that you have at the moment, or any aspirations you have as an executive, whether you run your own business, you're looking to start, you're straddling both career and business as an entrepreneur, or it's for your career, you're in senior management and you really want to position yourself better, reach out to me. It is my pleasure to serve you. Every single person that comes to me, every single client experience that I have, I am invested. Like in Swahili we say Nina Wulia. That is like I am, like it is a burden, like it is I feel your journey, I feel your aspirations, I feel your thirst and your hunger for what it is you want to accomplish for yourself and you and yours, but also for those that surround you, for the industry you're called to, for the market you're called to, for the demographic you're called to, for the country, for the continent that you're called to, that we all love. I feel everybody that comes to me, and I truly travail to help you get there, which is why people like Modesta sometimes brings out a whip. And I do bring out a whip because be serious about your own cause. Be invested in your own impact and influence and success. I am here to cheer you on. I am here to coach you. I am here to go in the trenches with you. I'm here to go through the details of the things. You want to bounce things up with me. There's no question that is too silly. Actually, many people do not have because they do not ask, which is why I had this Q&A. A lot of people probably look at, Masterplan Class from afar like, okay, that sounds nice, but I'm not sure, what would it cost? Can I do it? Why don't you ask? And there's so many people that have joined the Masterplan Class on all kinds of interesting terms because they just approached me and they asked. There is nothing wrong with asking. Everybody asks. The door is open to them. And so please do reach out. I'm winding up right now. It's been an amazing session with you. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for subscribing to Purposeful Excellence channel on YouTube. I encourage you to also follow us on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And go to purposefulexcellence.africa and subscribe so that whenever I have something new, you'll be the first to get it in your inbox. You're sure about the Masterplan class? Thank you. Congratulations. Join us. I already have a couple of people that are starting out. And so if you're going to be somebody else who will join the 5th cohort, power to you. And so please do join us. You can go to www.purposefulexcellence.africa/masterplan, and you can fill in your details, pay, online. So, hassle free. But if you're saying I'm interested, Modesta, but my situation, do not feel shy. Email me on info@purposefulexcellence.africa, and I will see how I can stand with you. What kind of flexibility that I can, work, with you so that you can join, so that you can attend, you can invest in yourself and get the dividends that you really do deserve to get. Because when you stand in your position, I know, because you're purpose driven. Listen, if you were not purpose driven before and you thought this is like a quick, let me get my life together, you will be purpose driven by the time you're done, because I will not leave you just as a person who wants to know how to position to make money. I'm not about that. If you are a purpose driven person that wants to drive market results with excellence, this program is such a great investment into yourself. But once you are prepared, you are an amazing weapon. You are a seed. You are one of those leaders that this continent will revere, because you will definitely have impact. I mean, you will not be able to hold yourself back. Whether you are an introvert, whether you're just starting out, whether you think I am young, I am new, I am novel, oh my goodness, I'm not experienced, you will catch the fire that I have. I am telling you, I kid you not. You will find yourself wanting to stand in the gap. I say this not because I'm saying it, because I have watched people who didn't even know who they are and what they wanted to do. And those people are right now are the movers and shakers of their industries, in their spheres of influence. You cannot come by me. I'm sorry. I'm not bragging on me, but I'm bragging on Jesus and the thing that he put in me. You cannot come in my presence and leave the same, because I was called for this. I am anointed for this, for Africa. And so if you want to stand in your position and you want to do well, and success and significance will follow you, but it's not going to follow a person who doesn't have a vision, a person who doesn't know who they are, a person who doesn't have boundaries, a person who doesn't, who wastes their time, who wastes their energy, who wastes their days, who wastes their relationships, who wastes opportunities, a person who is not ready when an opportunity comes by, says, oh, please wait, or maybe not now. If you want to be a person who knows I am the right person, at the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing, there is no way opportunities will not come your way. There is no way that success and significance will not come knocking on your door. But the Masterplan class is how you start. It is how I can put a system to all that I offer, that people ask me for. They DM me, they call me, they WhatsApp me, just privately. Modesta, would you please? I'm one person with 24 hours. I am a wife to an amazing man, Manda Philemon Maguni. I am a mother to two amazing daughters, Jedediah Ariel Maguni and Judah Rissi Maguni. And I am a daughter, and just say I'm a daughter to my kids. I'm a mother to my kids, and I'm a daughter to my parents, and my mother-in-law. And I had to structure me. I had to bottle me. I had to put me in something that I can serve without it consuming me, without me being burnt out and not being able to be effective in what I do. I had to do something as I'm investing my time and I'm investing my skills and I'm investing the past 15 years of doing what I do. I had to structure it so that you can go through it, and it is recorded, and I share all materials with you so that you can not just build yourself when we're doing the 8 weeks on the Masterplan class together, but you can do that with the people that you are called to. Everything I give you in the Masterplan class, you actually get to retain, and you can use yourself to influence others. I want to reach 100 million African leaders. I'm not going to do that on my own. I'm going to do that by reaching you, and you will reach other people. And so that seed I have sown will go, and it will create a harvest for this continent. Africa is going to be the leading economic region in the world, and you and I will get it there. But it starts with us reflecting on who we are, why we are here, what it is that we want to do, how we're going to go about it, and being intentional, being disciplined, being consistent to do it, upholding the highest standard of ethics and workmanship until we get there, and in turn, we get our continent there. When I am done, are going to give my God every person that has ever come to me as the work that I have done on this earth. You are those people. It is my purpose. It is my calling. It is that which I've been anointed for. It is my pleasure. If you shut one thing down, I will come out again with something similar. This is who I am. And this is what I'm here to do. And so I thank you so very much for so believing in yourself. And not just as a person that deserves more, but as a person that can impact more, that can do more. And I thank you in advance for so believing in the vision and the hope of Africa that you're saying, I will stand and be counted, Modesta. I will join you, whether it is on the Masterplan class, or I'll be sharing what you're doing, or I will also sound, the clarion cry to other people so that we can together stand as purpose-driven African leaders, driving market results with excellence. I thank you in advance. I salute you in advance because it will cost you, oh yeah, you'll have to choose in advance that no matter the cost, I'm going to stand. Another secret to success under the Masterplan class. So until then, go to purposeofexcellence.africa/masterplan to register. There is a brochure there if you want to know more about the Masterplan class. Make sure to subscribe to Purpose of Excellence YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter for updates on what it is we're doing, for series that we're starting on personal development or career or entrepreneurship. I did phenomenal Facebook Lives last year from the 1st of January till the 31st of December. If you want to binge on personal development or career success and, being a leader of influence, go to Purpose and Excellence and just watch everything we did last year, an entire year of 3 powerful seasons. Until we next meet, my name is Modesta Mahiga Mbuguni. I am Africa's premier online executive coach, and I'm here to serve you. It is my pleasure, it is my honor, it is a privilege, because this is a seed sown, and we will see the harvest of you and many others that you will impact in the glory that Africa will have as a leading economic region, driven by the most purpose-driven, competitive men and women the world has ever seen. So until then, keep well. Please do share this and subscribe to a Purpose of Excellence YouTube channel. I love you so very much. And I thank you for being there for an hour and almost 13 minutes with me. Keep well. Bye until next time.